Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. We have a video today from DestroReborn.
Sometimes I have conversations that make me realize that I'm incredibly naive to how other people think. I recently had one of those conversations with a man in his early 20s. Typical misogynistic conversation. He would prefer that his partners have a lower body count than he has. And it's not for the reason you think, not because he thinks of them as like being whorish or whatever.
She belongs to the streets.
Like, this is a belief I didn't realize was prevalent amongst red-pilled men. Like, it had less to do with the fact that she slept with a lot of people and more to do with the fact that he, like, the way he explained it was like, well, think of it this way. Like, women, when they have schmegs, they, like, the main purpose of schmegs for them is emotional bonding. So if a woman has a lot of schmegs with a lot of different men, it, like ruins her dopamine or, like, her oxytocin release and makes her ability to bond with me less potent.
Correct. I don't know how this is, like, all of a sudden, like, alien theory or something.
No, really, that's the God's truth.
She's gonna cry. I did not realize that that's...
We're not, like, see, women thought red pill just said things because we hate women. No, every single thing we say has backed by statistics and studies of why we want certain things and why certain things are preferred. Why do we want a skinnier woman? Kids, health, eating habits. Why do we want a non-promiscuous woman? Pair bonding, and, you know, her sleeping around just discusses us. You know, there's so many things. Why don't we date single mothers? No, it's not because you guys are horrible people. Sometimes it is. But it's because we don't want to deal with the kid.
Part of what the red pill thing was with, like, a high body count at this point. I just haven't really talked to many red pilled men recently. So, I don't know, it was enlightening and also horrifying that is part of the reason.
Yes, it's horrifying for a whore, I guess. But is it really red pill dogma? Or is this man just going by logic, science, and statistical data?
Having between 1 and 8 premarital sex partners increases the odds of divorce by 50%. The higher levels of divorce proneness are reserved for those with 9 or more partners.
Damn.
And that's the bottom line. And I'm through. I got nothing else to say.
I was like, okay, and so you would prefer that a woman, well, what is your ideal body count in a woman?
0 cookies.
He was like, 9. He said any more than 9 and she becomes jaded and has, like, unable to bond with me. I'm like, well, what about you? And he said, well, I can have sex with someone that I hated. So.
What?
They're not lonely enough. They're not lonely enough. Oh my God, they're not lonely enough.
Look, if you're okay with being the dog at the end right here, with the little cute sign that says her body count or her past doesn't matter, if that's truly how you think about a woman you're gonna marry, then you need to check yourself into a mental facility ASAP. Before you shoot up a church or a Batman movie, basically before you go AWOL. It's one thing to say, I don't want to know her past. You know, if willful ignorance gets you through the night, then so be it. But if you know or have good evidence that your future wife has handled more bodies than the local coroner, and it doesn't bother you at the least, probably you need to take a long look in the mirror.
I used to have an OnlyFans account.
Now let's be clear. I'm not talking about a possible beatation without representation candidate. I'm sure you know the protocol, deep strokes with no mouth kisses or eye contact.
Today, smash.
But in this case, we're talking about a wife or girl you bring around your friends and family. A girl that has your mother's phone number, for instance. Now again, if you tell me, hey, this is the best I can do, well, at least I can respect that. You know, you made an attempt, you did your due diligence, but the best you were able to get was a woman with 1,000 bodies. Well, you know, at least you left it all on the field. You know, I could drink to that. But let's not act like it doesn't matter. This just isn't a good talking point. If the goal is to reestablish a third set.
You should have respected my authority.
In the midst of all of this 304 chaos, to banish the Western succubus back under the bridge with the trolls. We must set some standards, or else all this red pill talk is for nothing. Just some dudes venting, tough talk.
True. No, you actually have to use the standards that we talk about. Don't just say things and then sleep with whatever and do whatever you want. No, you gotta hold the line.
It's a bunch of men complaining with no vision, no blueprint of rebuilding. If everything, quote, doesn't matter, then nothing matters. And if nothing matters, then what are we even talking about?
Correct.
For example, let's take a look at the woman in the next clip. Women like this need to be shamed out of existence. Not doing post-game interviews like she just won the NBA Finals.
Are you still planning to do what I've called the 1,000 man challenge?
The man challenge. Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Brother,
So my assistant's currently going through the 5,000 applications we have. They'll be getting, honestly, as quick as possible, in, out. I just want a conveyor belt. We're maybe thinking most it'll be 17 hours.
So I saw the video of after you did the 100.
Yeah.
And you actually seemed quite distressed.
It's very stressful. I was extremely overwhelmed. A super long, hard, stressful day. And then a camera crew probing me with questions for an hour. You know, that was kind of, if I'm honest, I wish I'd kind of set a boundary, because that was kind of the last thing I wanted, was just someone hammering me with questions after completing a really long, hard day. It's personally not how I would have told the narrative or how I would have edited it, but it definitely made for a very interesting one.
He continued this conversation. He went on to say, yeah, I mean, ideally, I would like it if a woman hadn't had any schmexual partners. And I was like, that just seems... Well, it's that way I can teach her. And then she'll only be bonded to me.
Now we go to school.
Like, I don't think that, is he just not, hearing himself? It's insane. I want to be clear, this person is not a friend. This was a casual conversation where I was just, curious about how a red-pilled man might think.
Meanwhile. But honestly, that shit don't matter when you're grown, that shit don't matter, to be honest with you. It really don't. You might find your wife and she might be the coolest thing, but she just got a bunch of bodies. But she's a good wife, you know what I mean? Is this your game? Huh? She might be a good wife, a good woman. She just had fun in college, chat. She might be the best, she might be a great woman. You know what I mean?
I don't understand men that defend women's body count or just don't care for it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I guess if you're just sleeping around and not wifing them up, but this man is literally saying she's a wife.
But she just had a little fun in college. You can't control that.
Hey, stupid. You realize you just kissed every nigga in the party?
Joke, but this actually got me thinking. I've never really cared about my body count. I've never really tried to keep up with a number, but I decided to really think about it and think about how many people that I've done that with off camera or not for entertainment purposes. Because I also used to do live shows in clubs and then also webcamming and things like that. And
Did you just say live shows in clubs? Live shows of what?
I used to escort, all that kind of crap. If I'm only going on other people that I've done that with for free.
Ew, the hoariness is just out of control. Allergies, guys, allergies.
Without any money involved, my body count is 50. Which I get isn't a small number necessarily, but I bet it's a little bit lower than most people expect of me. I don't know.
That's without professionalism. So what is it with the professionalism? 1,000?
Can you let me know if that surprises you? I don't know. But yeah, my body count is technically...
Our future rests with Destro now.
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blast.
You can really see that penis envy in this video. It's just oh, wait, men can sleep around and not have a pair bonding issue, but women can't sleep around and have a pair bonding issue? Yes, because we're not the same. The way she said it is oh, listen to what he said. What, you don't want the person that you're gonna marry or be with to be bonded with you and only you? That makes total sense. Please subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And guys, thanks to the channel.